Welcome back to Great Day Washington.
Well, all of the schools in the DMV are back in session, and if you're sick of packing your kids' lunches already, I know I am. Here are some tips to make sure that your kids' lunch is healthy and safe.
Tanya Brown from the USDA with just some easy, simple tips for parents to keep their kids healthy when they're taking their lunch to school. What's the first step for the parents?
The first step is to clean out the lunch bag. You can use a disinfectant wipe, warm soap and water, and you just want to make sure that you get the inside because you know they get a little cruddy and a little dirty. So you want to make sure that you wipe it out and clean it out nice and make it safe and clean.
Now, how often should we be cleaning kids' lunch bags?
Every single day.
Every day?
Every single day, yes, because the juices and the jellies and everything gets stuck in there, and then that gives an opportunity for bacteria to multiply in there. So you just want to make sure that you clean it out thoroughly. You also might want to include moist towelettes. Kids might not get an opportunity sometimes to wash their hands. A lot of times we always have to remind them to wash their hands. So if you put it in their lunch box, they can wipe their hands off really good, and then they can throw it off, and that's their reminder to have that moist towelette in there to wash their hands.
And you recommend not to use the little hand sanitizer gels,
Correct.
but to wipe.
To actually wipe. It wipes the bacteria off of the hands. The hand sanitizer is an alternative if that's all they have. However, if you do provide them with wipes, it's a better alternative.
Wipe it all off. Okay.
Exactly.
And then going to the next when you're packing the lunch.
When you're packing a lunch, if you're using perishable foods as lunch meats, yogurts, and cheese sticks, you want to make sure that's in an insulated container and have at least 2 freezer packs on top of them. An alternative is to also freeze your Capri Suns or your juice packs and use them as
and then they're ready to go for lunchtime.
That's a good one.
Exactly.
Now I'm freaking out because I packed a sandwich for my son and I forgot the freezer pack.
That's okay. You'll remember for next time.
Okay, so I'm not going to be okay until I see him this afternoon.
But you said not to use the paper bags.
Do not use the paper bags. And the reason we don't advise the paper bags with perishable food items is because the kids will go, they'll put them in their lockers, and there's about 4 hours between the time they get to school and lunchtime, and that's the bad time. You don't want food that's perishable out in room temperature for more than 2 hours. Because then bacteria starts to multiply, the child will eat it, and then they'll be sick. So we don't want that. So put it in an insulated container along with freezer packs, and you're good to go.
Now, what's this thermometer for? I know it's going to get cool, and people will want to pack a nice soup or something with their child for lunch.
Yes, so the way we advise people to do this is to clean out the container first, and then pour boiling hot water in. It warms up the container. Pour the boiling hot water out, and then put the soup in. You want to warm up that soup to 165 degrees, whether it's soup, chili, or stews. You can use a food thermometer to check that temperature. And then once it reaches that temperature, put the top on, and tell your child do not open it until lunchtime.
So don't put it in a cold container.
Correct. Don't put it in a cold container.
Does that just kind of, it heats it, so it's keeping the heat in there instead of taking the heat from the food?
Correct.
I paid attention in science class.
Yeah,
you did very good.
Now, this looks like somebody already dug into lunch. What's going on here, Tanya?
This is what comes home, right, in the lunch bag, the half-eaten sandwich, the crushed up chips. So this is what you want to throw away. You just want to toss it out.
All right,
anything.
Let's get rid of it. And why do we need to get rid of it?
We don't
want it.
We don't, exactly.
Make sure it makes it in there.
We don't want it because bacteria may have had a chance to multiply. By the time
now I need a wipe because I touched the trash.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
And so you want to throw out anything that's perishable, anything that they did not eat, even if it's a bag of chips that they opened and put their hands into.
You cannot save it.
Correct. You want to throw those out because you know their hands could have been dirty, there's bacteria on it, and then it just starts to multiply and you don't want them to eat it again. And then once again, clean out the bag and you're good to go.
What are the flashcards for? Just to remind kids to stay smart?
Exactly.
Okay, here you go. Stay smart. Don't get sick.
Eat so you have your brain food, then you can study.
You can do your math. Listen to Miss Tanya and your mom. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I really
information.
appreciate it. Thank you.
I am notorious for eating my son's leftovers from lunch because by the time I pick him up from school, I'm so hungry from working all day.
Go to waste.
But then she made a good point. Their little fingers are dirty, and I'm eating that, so I'm done. Thanks for those tips, Tanya.
Well, we were packing for our kids first day, and we have them pack their lunch. And I was like, oh, I meant to get those wipes. And the girl said, well, we use the hand sanitizer because they have it on their backpack. And I was like, yeah, but Miss Tanya said that the wipes are a little better, but at least they're using something.
Well, something for me that is just like hot soap and water. There's no replacement for that. So I don't care how many wipes or hand sanitizers, I make my son just wash his hands with warm water. So I don't know. I hope you were inspired, and we'll be right back after this.